When you keep pickles, if you have overeaten also, put the pickles, always taste is exciting. Therefore, pickles are not allowed to eat. If you want to have pickles, you must have the mature fruits pickle. Like you should have chutney of the mature turmeric, tamarind, and mature mango, mature peaches, all the mature fruits take the pulp. You can make paste. That pickles is always good for the health. When we are cutting the raw mango and cutting the raw, this lime, lemon, convert it into pickles, putting more salt, more things, so that you must feel excitation in the taste. Sometimes we need food, but we have no desire to eat. Then putting little bit pickles to accelerate the style of eating is okay, not for overeating. Now see, the cause of constipation is overeating. Sometimes when we eat too little, suppose that you want to eat 200, 300 grams, but you are eating only 100 grams or 50 grams, then a lot of bile juices are coming. Pancreatic juices are coming. Intestinal juices, juices from pancreas, all are accumulating around 1.5 liter to 2 liter. But food is only 50 grams. Then those juices, they are nutrition. They are being absorbed again. If we are not able to absorb it, we get diarrhea. Therefore, cause of diarrhea is not only overeating, but cause of diarrhea is eating too less also. But when we overeat, intestine is very active, then it revolts. It liberates a lot of water to expel the food outside, which we call diarrhea. Therefore, this is the cause of the constipation, diarrhea. This is the one cause. There are many causes.
Who was here yesterday, so I'll briefly try and share it again. I guess it was about a year and a half ago, I was getting some pain in my jaw, especially on the right side. So I was going for a walk, and I realized during the cold weather I would eat afterwards, and then I would get some very sharp pain. And I'd get some clicking noises, and I just sort of thought, okay, well, I'll feel it and experience, and it would come and go. But then it started to get worse and worse. So I came up to Yoga Fellowship and was eating lunch with Taramata, and she was like, "What is that noise?" Click, 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 while we were eating, right? At first, my mother in Ohio, she had noticed it too, but I thought, oh, well, mother sometimes notice if you chew a certain way or close your mouth, and I took it that way. So, so Taramata noticed this click, and she said, "Scott, you got to go see a dentist, you got to go see an orthodontist, because these issues when the jaw starts malfunctioning, especially at my age, as you get older, it creates nerve problems, and it is extremely painful. You have to address it." So I thought, okay, well, I'll go. So I went home to US and went to the dentist first, and I wasn't in the dentist chair for more than 20 seconds. He was going to take an x-ray and do a few tests. He saw me open my mouth. He saw the jaw wiggle this way and that. He heard the popping noise. He's like, "I don't even have to do an x-ray. You gotta go to a specialist." There's one doctor in Ohio I think he's the only orthodontist and oral surgeon in the state. He was really highly recommended, well certified. He was near our home in Cleveland. So he's like, "You just gotta go straight to this guy. I don't need any tests or anything." So made an appointment with him, sat down, and his whole diagnosis was basically, they call it, I think, TMJ. It's a very common thing. It happens sometimes more in men where they have a slight underbite, so the function of the jaw doesn't quite close properly. So it's a lot of stress on the TMJ. So the oral surgeon and orthodontist sat me down after they did the test, and he said, "Oh, real easy procedure. What we're going to do, it's going to be 2 years of braces. After the first year of braces, then you'll come in, we'll do surgery, and then it'll be another 2 years of braces." And Tarmat had prepped me on what this surgery would be like, and I did some research on YouTube myself. So I was somewhat prepared for what I was going to hear. Tarmat told me basically they're going to crack your jaw, and the procedure is they don't just crack your jaw, they take a piece out of the lower mandible so that your jaw basically goes back and then everything lines up. And then once your jaw starts to line up, then this joint gets relief and things healed. So the oral surgeon told me, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we don't do that procedure. We don't do that procedure anymore because that would gives more nerve damage and things like that. We have the new standard way of doing it, state of the art, is instead of focusing on your lower jaw and pushing it back, we instead focus on your upper jaw. We take a bone saw, we under the nasal cavity, we saw off the entire upper palate." He says, like a denture, and they move that upper palate forward, and then with some bone screws, they put it back up. Another year of braces, and your jaw problem goes away. I thought, oh my God, I have to practice Kriyayoga more. And that's exactly what happened. Very luckily, not long after that, I returned to the ashram, and Guruji gave some very deep classes in general. I started doing recharging with a renewed sense of urgency, and within about a month at the ashram, the clicking, popping stopped. And it's just gotten better and better and better. And when I visited Ohio, one of the first things my mother said, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're not making that noise, you're not making that click." And it's just amazing how the practice with anything that you need, it gives you the help and healing that you desire when we focus and do it to our level best. So.
What I realize, if we have any problem in any part of body, then when we go to the specialist, that is more dangerous. Because they confine with the one part, they exclude other part. Each and every part is integrated with whole system. Therefore, we need a change in medical science. What you call a specialized system, that should never exist. Because when we have not great mind and concentration, that I am specialized of the jaw, because jaw is associated with the brain spinal cord with the all part of body. If we do not have proper concentration, how to get a specialization in the jaw at the same time in all parts, then we will do mistake. Then how to have safe mode? If you have problem in any part of body, problem in colon or in ileum or in jejunum, duodenum, stomach, or in the lungs, in the liver, anywhere, or in the bone, or any part of the body, do not worry. Practice Kriyayoga with complete devotion, you will find all cells and tissues of the body, all parts of body, where you feel no problem, they help to that part to get healed. What happens in the case of a Scot is each and every part of the toes and the foot and the calf muscles, thighs, and each and every part of head to toes and lungs and liver and all parts, they join together to fix his jaws. Therefore, if you have any chronic illness, for example, lupus or diabetes or any problem, remember when you are getting healed, then all parts will participate. When calf muscles is participating to heal our lupus or to cure diabetes, then we'll feel changes in the calf muscles. You should be very happy, oh nice, you are great, now you are participating in healing, good. Then you get problem in the back somewhere, oh very nice, you are very great, you also participate in healing. Have this idea, then you will get changes in all of our body. You should be very happy, oh I am very lucky that now they love each other. Now all systems are joining with each other. All cells, tissues are participating to bring healing, repair, regeneration. Very fast healing you will get. Because this is the system in which we believe there is no mortals. It is God has become all. Try to this and have no fear of any kind. Just practice it. This is for today. Let us close our eyes. Let us decide and follow the teaching of Ladi Maharshi. Try to solve all problems through the Kriyayoga meditation. Same thing was explained in ancient human civilization, in scriptures. Try to increase devotion in God, problems will be solved. Devotion in God means devotion in practicing Kriyayoga meditation. Because when you practice Kriyayoga meditation more and more, we feel more vitality. What is vitality? Presence of God. More peace, more joy, more courage, more patience, more tolerance. All these are properties of God. When we have devotion in God, then we feel presence of God more and more. How to feel presence of God? When we realize patience is increasing, courage is increasing, joy is increasing, immunity is increasing, tolerance is increasing, forgiveness is increasing. We are getting more and more idea how connect all persons together, all faith together, all nations together. This is called devotion in God. And we meet this effect when we practice Kriyayoga meditation with all devotion. We are very, very fortunate that we have joyous fellowship, divine fellowship. Each and every person is so great, so high, there is no any spoken language to explain glory of all. It is God who has become this fellowship. Let us bow down to this fellowship, each and every dedicated devotee who is practicing Kriyayoga meditation. Let us have deep devotion. We bow down to all creation because God has become all. Bow down to our devotion in Kriyayoga meditation. Now we will sit and open eyes.